We are tipping off the 2K TV virtual wrap party in the theater today. We are going 3v3, and we've got some members of the community joining us here today. So let's introduce our members right now. We've got Dat Girl Megan and King Jordan. Welcome to the show. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. It's good seeing you, Alexis and LD, and having Danny the GOAT on my team. And Meg, oh, this is going to be an exciting show today. I'm ready.
How we feeling, Megan?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here. Happy to be here again. Ready to get some dubs to my.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Jaren Jackson is out there with Scotty Barnes. Then there's Lonzo Ball. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Celtics, Ingram is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Thompson in at shooting guard. You know, with all the talent in these two backcourts, Doris, this should be a very exciting matchup.
And you know, Kev, it feels like we could say that for most matchups these days, right? The league is so heavily laden with talent at the guard position. I feel spoiled.
It's good.
And Ball is terrific inside. Even when the D is on him, he just seems to have a lot of confidence in his ability to make shots.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Ball. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow.
Shooting for
when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Taking 2 shots.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Greg, no secret, this Nuggets offense revolves around the 2-time MVP, Nikola Jokic.
He's a driving force, no doubt. But Kevin Jackson done a good job surrounding him with the right kind of players. Guys that can defend, shoot, and play without the ball.
Of course, we've talked about Boston's young talent for so long, they've now become battle-tested veterans.
And it's incredible how young that experience has taken hold. They have had players build big roles in so many big games. What a strong foundation, and now you've just got to keep building.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And Greg, the way the Celtics have approached this season in terms of intensity, I think they clearly feel, though, they have unfinished business.
And they've been so close to a title for a number of years. They've even been title favorites at times. It's part of the maturation process, as excruciating as it may be.
Now here's Jackson. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis 7-3 says not here and not
Thompson throws it down.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the pass to Jackson. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Jokic grabs the miss.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Puts the move on, and it's laid up and in by Thompson.
Boy, you love to see that vision from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Spread the love, young sir.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Ball. Lots of room. And he gets the jumper to drop. Ball's got 5 points so far.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Got a piece of it. Passes it to Jokic. Outside, Hero. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Clock at 6. Releases from 15. Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Singis passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Ball. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Nuggets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. That puts them in the lead.
A dead-eye shooter. Hero is always ready to snipe it off the feed.
Pass to Ingram. Outside, Porzingis. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Yep, that one goes. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. The Nuggets, number 1.
They were remarkable in terms of their efficiency on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they did a great job of finding the open man and working for great looks. Really just an unselfish group.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes. But you know what, Greg? Still working to take that next step. What do you think is his key?
Kevin, that's an easy one. It's going to be perimeter shooting. You know, we get spoiled with all the other things he can do, and he's had a tremendous start to his NBA career. But I think to become that superstar, the jump shot has to become a weapon.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the miss by Jaren Jackson from deep. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
Barnes kicks to Jackson. The pass to Jokic. Here's Hero. No good on that one. Good D by Thompson. Celtics trail by 3. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup.
Incredible focus there by SGA. The ability to absorb contact and continue through it.
Ball, the pass to Hero. Jokic inside. He's covered by Kessler. Hero against Porzingis. Thompson outside. Back to Porzingis. Unloads from 9. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Both these teams are beneficiaries of tremendous coaching. Both have high hopes for the season. I expect to see a chess match tonight.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. Well, how long does all of your off-season rest usually last you at the start of the regular season? Like when do you start to really feel the games again?
You know, the fatigue comes at you fast, Kevin. So that rested feeling only lasts about a couple weeks. Nothing wears you out like playing NBA ball.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group. James Wiseman, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. Vanderbilt comes in for Porzingis. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Ingram. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Thompson. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Vanderbilt. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
And Jokic throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Wiseman. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the triple. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points so far.
That's a quick strike from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. In catch-and-shoot situations, those scoring instincts are right on point.
Here's Jaquez. Brooks covering. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Trying to answer back. But that 3 is off the mark. Brooks, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Nuggets have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Passes it to Jokic. Second chance effort. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Probably as great a feel before the game as anyone. Jokic knows how to get the upper hand against the defender.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And he makes the first. And with Jokic now a Finals MVP and an NBA champion, Greg, he's already an all-time great.
And could go down as one of the greatest players ever. He started to pile up the hardware and awards. Amazing what he could accomplish the next few years.
So he gets them both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Brooks outside. No good on the triple.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
It's good.
Boy, completely caught his man off guard by going to the reverse. That's one way to make sure the shot doesn't get blocked.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good there with the step-back J.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Thompson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Thompson the bounce pass. Here's Jokic. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Jokic just got his second basket of the night. And so it's Denver holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Celtics. 8-point game. And this game is done. They'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. James Wiseman's out there with Brooks. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Watson in at the shooting guard position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Coming in off a 12-point lead in his last outing. Nice ball movement by Boston. Just 5 to shoot. From 18 feet away, Watson's shot is good. Denver leading by 6. Pass to Jokic. Now here's Ball. 11 points last game. Back to Jokic. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
And so it's Boston with it. And the Celtics shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Brooks finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Celtics trailed by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wiseman.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now the pass to Barnes. This is to Jackson. Feeds it to Barnes. Ingram with the steal. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Brooks up on top. Out to Ingram. To the wing on the left. Just 4 to shoot. Tipped away. Stolen by Thompson. One-on-one fast break. No good that time. Some solid defense from Ingram. Watson the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiseman with a wide open look. Rebound by the Nuggets. And here is Ball. 5 points in the game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks to Brooks. Passes to Watson. 6 to shoot. Good D by Thompson.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Barnes down low. He's covered by Ingram. And there's another turnover by the Nuggets. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Austin making some changes. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Wiseman. Porzingis comes in for Brooks. And it's Thompson in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Denver with a change here, too. Heroes checked in for Nikola Jokic. Now here's Ingram. Still scoreless. Pass to Thompson. Shoots the three. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
Klay Thompson, you can't let him get cooking from three. Boy, this guy's too accurate as a shooter.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Deep two from Ball. And he connects with the jumper. Ball's got his third basket of the night.
And Ball is a clever player, especially in the pick and roll. Looks to shoot as soon as he gets space coming off that screen.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, Greg, one place you really see Walker Kessler making his presence felt is on the defensive end.
And he has got a nose for blocks. That guy able to detect shots forming and get a hand on the ball. It is such a gift that allows this guy to make such a big difference on that side of the ball.
That one is off. Frank, you look at the size of some of these point guards now. Magic Johnson would feel right at home.
Yeah, it's a part of a larger trend with all the switching defensively. If you have just one smaller guy on the floor, he is going to get targeted.
Dyson Daniels checked in for the Celtics. Bamba is checked in for the Nuggets. And he can't hit the second. Denver leading by 3. That shot off. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And Thompson sends it back. Hero against Ingram. Now Hero guarded closer at the tip.
And I like seeing Jackson use that length on the offensive glass. You don't have to be the most physical guy when you have a wingspan like that.
Back to Daniels. Here's the pass to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kessler. Bamba with the block. Ingram against Thompson. Down low. The kick out to Ball. From outside, off the mark.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Now Daniels following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Bamba with the block. Outside, Ball. Hero. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. And now a 7-point Nugget lead. For Boston, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Here's Ingram. Hits the target from 18 feet. Ingram's got his first bucket of the night.
Not much else the D can do besides get a hand up. I mean, Ingram is just one of those guys who makes contested shots consistently.
Denver calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Nuggets making a switch here. Vanderbilt's checked in. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. Number 5, the Nuggets.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Alexander Walker passes to Hawkins. Here's Alexander Walker. Buries it from three-point range. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets. The Celtics have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Ingram kicks to Thompson. Three-pointer. And again, Buxton with the triple.
Klay Thompson is not about to let a three go unanswered. Big-time shot.
Pass to Hawkins. Passes it to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked loose. Ingram left side. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. Now just a 3-point Denver lead.
Using his strength to absorb the contact and his length to convert the basket. Ingram sure plays with some toughness.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. What a clean look at the basket.
Vanderbilt with the block. Thompson outside. Here's Ingram. It's hauled in by Hero. The Nuggets leading by 3. To Alexander Walker. Here's Bamba. And that'll do it for the first half of the competitive game so far. Nuggets lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone, as the second half approaches, Coach, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace and purpose with everything that we do, and making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish and get the ball to where our players can be effective.
We'll see if they can fix that in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Denver had no problems getting going. They were able to stretch out their lead to 8 points on the heels of a few stops and some quality offensive possessions. When the clock ran out in the first quarter, they were up by 8. And into the second quarter, momentum started to shift slightly as they gave up some of that lead, ending the half up 3. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Great work on the glass so far. They're hustling and showing more desire than boxing out. That's what they have to do. That's the recipe for success.
And over to Shaq now. Your take on the Celtics.
They didn't get much help from the bench, Ernie. They could really use that spark to balance the load. Some nights you get the job done with your starters, but you can't depend on them to do everything.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. So on the floor for Denver, we've got ball. Scotty Barnes is out there with Jackson, and it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Hero in at the 2 spot. Outside, Porzingis. No good. That would have tied it. Denver leading by 3. Ball from long range. Drains the three-pointer. Ball's got 10 points.
And no doubt the release point is a bit unorthodox in terms of Ball's shooting technique. But, man, can he slingshot it home from deep.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one is good.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Greg, isn't it amazing the way Gilgeous-Alexander has polished off his game?
The footwork, Kevin, is impeccable. 3-level scorer, makes every shot imaginable. And what's scary, this guy still has another level to get to.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Porzingis against Jackson. Porzingis passes to Thompson. He kicks it to Ingram. Nice ball movement by Boston. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. The Nuggets leading by 6. Barnes down low. He's covered by Ingram. Barnes can't get it to go. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Assisted.
Yeah, we know this about Scotty Barnes. He has a team-first mindset. Finds the open player in that instance.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ingram passes to Porzingis. Thompson with it. The tray. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Ball finds Hero. Outside Jackson. On the wing, Barnes. It's deflected to the inside. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down as 3 in the basket from Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's a big-time move right there. So crafty, so tough. SGA, big-time skill.
Now, here's Ball. 12 points for him. The pass to Jokic. Oh, Jokic.
Timeout. He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
Timeout called. The Celtics.
Please give a big round of applause for your Celtics youth dance team.
Making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Jokic is second.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Celtics trailed by 5. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
I love when Shea does not just settle for a layup, finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Denver. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Hero. Both good from the line that time.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Ball. And they recover it. Over to the left wing. Second shot opportunity. Count it. And the Nugget lead as they cut down off just 3 on the bucket from Watson.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Ball, the pass to Jokic. Barnes outside. And he drives in. Rebound Boston. Kessler's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's good, 2 points. And it's now only a 1-point Denver lead.
You can see it. He's taking better shots, and the results are coming because of it.
Thompson outside. Ball surveying the defense. Denver passing it around. Barnes can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
To Kessler. Gilgeous-Alexander against Jokic. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
No, we've seen this before. The aggressive take by SGA. Love to see him in attack mode.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And it's tied up with that one.
Boy, the more you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play, the more he shows you the aspects of his game just getting better and better and better.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Nuggets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Alexander Walker passes to Bamba, and it's off from 3-point range. It's the Celtics ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now.
And the quickness of Brooks' drive can be overwhelming. Burst inside before the D can react.
Alexander Walker passes to Thompson. Here's Hawkins. Jokic inside. He's covered by Wiseman. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Jokic.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Daniels with it. It's up against Thompson. And he converts the lane. Daniels has got the lead back up to 3 now for the Celtics.
And now you see them start to really work the ball inside.
Knocks it loose. Pass to Jokic. Here's Alexander Walker. Wiseman with the rebound.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Brooks the pass to Daniels. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Daniels. Clock at 6. There's the three. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Hackett. 1:05 left to play here in the third. The pass to Alexander Walker. It's an open look and hits. Alexander Walker's got 5.
Assist goes to
58 seconds left in the third. Gilgeous Alexander kicks to Brooks. Pass to Vanderbilt. Brooks outside. Over Jokic. Brooks misses. Nuggets have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Thompson passes to Jokic. Over Brooks. And it's Jokic missing. Austin's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the free ball here. Passes it to Gilgeous Alexander. And here is Vanderbilt. Left side, Gilgeous Alexander. Boston, no good that time either. Gilgeous Alexander, guys, has been on display for Boston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Walker Kessler. Porzingis is out there with Ingram. Then there's Shea Gilgeous Alexander. And it's Watson in at the 2 guard. That's the Boston 5.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Here's Alexander Walker. After the made shot from Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
Kessler, second personal foul, first team foul. At the line for the Nuggets, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Gilgeous Alexander. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. So it's Boston now. They lead by 1. Here's Watson. And the rejection by Jackson. There's the feed to Barnes. Rejected by Ingram.
And great use of length by Ingram, able to reach out and get his hand on the ball for a block.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Jackson.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Now here's Porzingis. Pass to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Barnes, stolen by Thompson. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, he does a lot of his work on the interior, more than people realize. Klay Thompson gets those calls because of his willingness to put himself in tough spots.
And the first one drops.
Well, the pure shooting stroke is the first thing you think of with Klay Thompson. But I think as impressive is what he gives you on the defensive end of the floor. Klay Thompson is as hard a worker as there is in the NBA.
Denver making a switch here. Heroes checked in. And so Thompson nails both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Here's Ball. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Denver ball.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. It's a one-point game. And good.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Now here's Ball with the shot. Barnes. And it's Barnes on the follow.
Yeah, Scotty Barnes got that big body. Just hang around the cup and create something.
Watson, the pass to Kessler. Outside, Porzingis. Now, here's Watson. He's covered by Ball. To take the lead. Got a piece of it. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Well, you love to see this level of aggression from Kristaps Porzingis, daring the defense to foul him.
At the line, Kristaps Porzingis.
And the first one at the line is good.
I think for Kristaps Porzingis, we know unequivocally the talent, the shooting, the shot blocking, everything is there for him to impact the game. The key is just stay healthy.
Boston making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. And a switcher also for Denver. Jokic is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. The Nuggets trailed by 3. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And it goes out of bounds. That one on Porzingis. Here's Jokic. Outside, Hero. 6 to shoot. It's over Ingram.
And really, Ingram is as complete a player as they come. Not only awesome on offense, but just spectacular on D as well.
And that one drops for him. Porzingis has got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics. Denver shooting around 41% on the night. Ball kicks to Hero. And that one drops.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Porzingis. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to Porzingis. Oh, good on the 3. The Nuggets trail by 3. And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Ball. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Outside, Ball. Here's Jackson. And Boston with the rebound. Ingram's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the paint. And stolen by Barnes. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Nobody's stopping Jokic on the fast break.
The assist. And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Celtics have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Barnes has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Boy, the defense tight inside, but Barnes just persevering.
Alexander, 2nd personal foul, 2nd team foul. Shooting for Denver, Scotty Barnes at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Boy, you think about Scotty Barnes, the 2022 Rookie of the Year, guys. 6'9", long, can do many things, and honestly, a ton of growth left.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. He asked his team to dig deep, and he said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can do. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time. Scotty Barnes with the big-time delivery. Big spot, young man. Yes, sir.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the basket by Scotty Barnes. Two open that time. Made it look too easy. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Ball. Here's Jokic. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. As Ingram missing. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Jokic.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Boston trailing. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 23.
With quiet confidence, the ruthless execution. You need a big-time bucket. Shea is on time.
Ball, the bounce pass. Come out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
How big might this sort of mistake play out? You never know, but sometimes these are game changers.
There's 57 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Denver grabs the miss. Outside, Ball. The shot, no good. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Ingram. Good D by Barnes. Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unloads from 13. Oh, target. Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Celtics Youth Dance Team.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. The Nuggets with the ball. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Klay Thompson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 5-6 foul.
And this guy is a hero. Embraces any chance he can to draw a foul while taking the shot.
That's good from Hero.
Denver, Tyler Hero at the line for 3.
Good on the second free throw. he makes all three. Celtics trailed by 3. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Tremendous length at the guard spot that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander presents is a problem for a lot of defensive players.
At the line, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
The first one falls. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. Denver in the lead. Hero with it. Porzingis with the block. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
Klay Thompson calm and cool under pressure. How about the big bucket from Klay?
Hero against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Barnes. He's tightly guarded. The 17-footer. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Brooks outside. To the middle. Stolen away. Oh, and here comes Barnes all alone. Bucket is good. Barnes has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
Opportunistic play by Scotty Barnes, recognizing his teammate makes a defensive play. Let me get out in transition.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Here they come. It's Celtics Entertainment.
He's checked in for the Celtics. Jackson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Lonzo Ball comes in for Tyler Hero. Kessler finds Brooks. Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. Basket counts. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 27 points.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the league.
Denver calls timeout. They're down by 2. 1:57 left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific.
For Boston's own Celtics Entertainment.
Jackson passes to Jokic. Outside Jackson. Pocket 6. Back to Ball. For the 3. That's his 6th field goal today. And that makes him now 6 for 11.
And he is proving to be a gamer. You gotta expect Ball to look to score in these critical stretches of the game.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter. We're in OT here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Jokic. Over Kessler. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
And change shot. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Nuggets have gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Austin's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Kessler passes to Gilgeous-Alexander.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Now, here's Ball. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Heroes checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're leading by 1. 26 seconds left in the first overtime. Second difference between shot clock and game time. And he commits the intentional foul.
4th personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Here's Thompson. And now we've got the intentional foul.
2nd personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for 2. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And we've seen SGA blossom into a #1 option. Another chance here to prove himself.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
Denver calls timeout. They trailed by 3. We've got 22 seconds left in overtime.
And it's time to get up out of your seats and get wild.
There's Hero with a 3. Good! And, oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
And from the moment he stepped into this league, Tyler Hero has wanted these big shots, a prime-time player.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. over Ball. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line. So it's Boston now. Ball against Gilgeous-Alexander. And he finishes nicely on the way. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Shots good by Hero. Hero's got the game tied up here for Denver.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
Looks against Barnes. And the rejection by Jackson. Barnes down low. He's covered by Kessler. Barnes can't get it to go. Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Over in the corner, Hero. And Wiseman sends it back.
And putting in work on the defensive end. Wiseman's swat providing a spark to his team.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Headed to the floor right now is Celtics Entertainment.
The Celtics making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Ball. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. Barnes passes to Jokic. Denver passing it around. They get it again. Jokic catches his way to finish inside.
Oh, you got to put a body on Jokic or he'll torch you on the offensive glass.
And there's the pass to Porzingis. Here's Ingram. Shoots. And right through it goes.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Thompson. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Thompson. Jokic has got 8 points in the quarter.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that one.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Now Porzingis. After Tyler Hero's three-pointer that didn't go. Porzingis gets to Gilgeous-Alexander. Thompson outside. 5 to shoot. Oh, Thompson, tough shot.
Thompson loves delivering in tight spots. How easy does he make that big bucket look?
Pass to Jokic. Over Kessler. And it's Jokic missing.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Passes it to Kessler. Takes a three. They get it back. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jaren Jackson.
had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
Denver making a switch here. Pickett's checked in, and the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Here's Jokic. And Boston with the rebound. So they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that. You can't just let them get the game.
It's the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, despite his young age, has always been rock solid in his confidence. Here's a big-time moment for him to deliver.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. We've got 13 seconds left in the second overtime period, and here we are. Guys, what do you think?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 8 seconds left in the second overtime. What a game.
Here they come. It's Celtics Entertainment. Substitution on the court.
There's Hero with a 3. That shot misses.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Flows under control, and he's more than up to the task.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest. Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony.
I like the shirt. Looking good out there.
Here we go. Right off the bat. All right.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
Right back.
One more.
Great passing. Love it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Beautiful
Great
pass.
setup. There we go.
I already knew. I already knew. Good reach. I like that. I like that, Dane. This is the one time you need to swipe. This is the one time.
Now the starting lineup for the visiting Miami Heat. At center, Brook Lopez. At point guard, Colin Sexton. At small forward, Michael Porter Jr.
Let's get hyped and make some noise for your Golden State Warriors!
Your shooting guard, 6'3", number 5.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports on this very special day. Let me be the first to wish everyone out there a happy Veterans Day. All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, Colin Sexton out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Lopez in at the center position. And for Golden State, they've got Stephen Curry. Paolo Banchero is out there with Chet Holmgren. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Dort in at the 2 guard. Sexton passes to Towns. And Grant, the teams we'll see tonight have some strong veteran leaders. You were in that role not too long ago, my friend.
You're right, B.A. It feels like just yesterday. And you need a steady presence and voice on the player side. It really can help a team through some rough stretches throughout the year.
Here's Banchero. Dort outside. Pass to Curry. Clock at 6. And not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night. The Heat on offense. Sexton looking around. sinks that one from the post.
When you get physical like that, I don't think Sexton minds it all that much, able to play through it.
Dort outside. Pass to Curry. The three. Offensive board. Second chance shot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Capella, just an outstanding rebounder on both ends of the floor. Shoots a tremendously high percentage from the field because he's always around the rim.
And this summer, one of the Heat's own, Dwayne Wade, inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, Brent.
What an amazing big game performer Dwayne Wade was during his entire career. 13-time All-Star, 3-time champion, and he brought the organization their first title. That just says it right there. Dwayne Wade, the foundation, the rock of the Miami Heat.
And the basket by Curry.
Well, I like it when Steph uses some of that quickness and craftiness on the defensive end.
Dort against Irving. It's Lopez, high post. From deep. And it's Irving missing.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Well, there's no question that the Warriors are the team of the decade, Grant.
Oh, I mean, B.A., think about it. 6 finals appearances in 8 years. They did miss the playoffs in 2 of those seasons, but they still came away with 4 championship rings, plus 2 MVP trophies. Not bad.
The Heat making a switch here. Watford's checked in. The three from Sexton, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Again, more and more of these pick and rolls help Sexton settle into the pace of play.
Dort outside. Pass to Ben Carroll for 3, and the three-pointer goes.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And Clint Capella picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Sexton against Curry. From the strike. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Sexton's got 7. The Warriors have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. To the inside. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Got to push him farther out than this.
Time called here. The Heat decide to talk it over. This game following their win against the Rockets.
Hey guys, can we show some love to the defense in that game? They were relentless. They were dominant. It was just a great performance overall.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor. Just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. The Heat in second.
Well, it was a big focal point for them last season, making good on their trips from the free throw line.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
Kyrie Irving, one of the quickest players in the game, so he's outstanding at forcing the issue when he wants on the drive.
And with a single punch in last season's training camp, it seems the Warriors' culture of joy and togetherness really took a hit, Grant.
You know, I agree, B.A., and that's what they need to recover from. You know, keeping that connection and commitment to a common purpose is so crucial to winning.
Here's Curry. Again, Golden State.
Good strategy here from the coaching staff. Put the ball in Curry's hands and see what happens. Usually ends up being pretty good.
And it's Sexton on the take. Rejected by Holmgren. Here's Dort. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And Clint Capella picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Sharp, he's checked in for Sexton. Here's Irving. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
Yeah, they found buckets very hard to come by. And you could tell it frustrated them to no end.
Now, the AC seemed to be cranked up in that one. It was chilly in the arena that night, at least on that end of the floor. Just cold shooting all the way around.
They grab their own miss.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Kevin Love's checked in for the Warriors. Green's checked in for Miami. Wiggins comes in for Michael Porter. The NBA season just getting going. Fall is coming in full force. Grant, there's nothing quite like this time of year.
It's the best time of the year. And I'm chomping at the bit. I mean, every fan is excited and, of course, optimistic. You know, fans all over are excited to see the new faces on their team. So nothing can beat some good old basketball in the fall. That's exactly how you want to see defense played. Got right up in his space to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
Anunoby passes to Love. Here's Pajemski. Here's Fernando. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Curry. 5 to shoot. Love with the ball from behind the arc. Sharp grabs the miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. Just missed it.
Here's Coulibaly. They get the rebound. And the layup is good off the glass.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Curry passes to Anunoby. 1:35 left in the first quarter. Here's Curry. Tipped. Here's Coulibaly. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Sharp. Beyond the arc. And again, Miami with a triple.
Three-pointers really haven't been a problem for Sharp since he's entered the NBA. He's just looking solid.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go to get back on track.
Warriors 16.
Exum's checked in for Stephen Curry. Pass to Exum. Here's Pajemski. Looking to win the run. Exum gets the bucket.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Wiggins from long range. And again, Miami with a triple.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
We've got 13 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's Pajemski. Pass to Anunoby. Kept alive. Love. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, the replay makes it obvious. I mean, he got that shot off in time. It should be an easy decision for the officials.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. And And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, it's the kind of thing that happens.
Lugens Dort. Holmgren is out there with Banchero. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Exum in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. And down it goes, 2 points. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
There's no doubt that Kyrie gets talked about as having some of the best handles in the business, effective at getting wherever he wants to get to on the floor.
Here's Capella. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Banchero left side. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And last season, we saw an unprecedented offensive explosion around the league, Brent. Is that the new normal, you think?
Sure, B.A. It's been exciting to watch. The revolution has been televised over the last 5 years, and the skill level is at an all-time high. The usage rate for star players keeps seeming to go up and up and up, but teams are surrounding their stars with shooters and leaning into the three-point line. It's been fun to watch.
To the middle. And the slam dunk by Capella.
I'd draw that one up again. Throw it up, Capella jump, you slam it through. That's an easy 2.
Irving up top. Dort defending. Capella with a block. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. The drive by Dort. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and the putback. Capella's got his second bucket on the night. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
The tally on the offensive rebounds right now has been really impressive. They've just been in the right spot at the right time and getting those putbacks.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Outside Sexton. Towns for 3. The Warriors pull it in.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Well, Grant, the pace that the Heat like to play is a little slower compared to other teams.
Yeah, B.A. More methodical, definitely. They don't just jack up shots and run quick plays. They're very patient, and they look for the best scoring option.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Michael Porter Jr. never lacks for confidence in his jump shot, but he said, offense for me should be an autopilot. I should be focused on the intangibles, the defense, the rebounding, the dirty work. That involves you in the game. Brian, the buy-in and the commitment to the little things has not gone unnoticed.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great point. Thanks, Allie. And Caro, no good. Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Porter with it, now guarded by Curry. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And what's unique about Michael Porter Jr., it's almost impossible to block his jumper.
Yeah, at 6'10", Grant, he's got that high release point. How are you going to close out and do anything to disrupt this guy in his shooting window? Nearly impossible from the lead offensive shooter.
Pass to Holmgren. Porter against Banchero. It's Dort on the wing. Fires in the triple. Dort's got 5 points in the quarter.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Now Lopez, guarded by Capella. The floater. Lopez can't hit. The Warriors have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. And Carroll from close range.
Using all that size and close. Van Carroll, he understands his strengths on offense.
On the wing, Sexton. He's covered by Curry. Sexton goes in. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Pass to Capella. And here's Dort. Into the lane. Shoots from 12. Here's Capella. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
Now that was a clever adjustment. I mean, that was a tough shot.
Now, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Timeout called, the Warriors. You know, after all these years, Fred, is it possible that Brook Lopez is still getting better?
This guy is going to be the study BA of some research papers in the future. How do you go from post-up big man to a legitimate three-point threat in the arc of a career? He's been amazing.
Fernando, pass to Anunoby. Here's Podziemski. Pass to Curry. Shot clock at 5. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Love. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Love's got his second bucket of the night.
Kevin Love's been in that position a lot of times, just ignoring the clock and getting it done.
Wiggins against Anunoby. Wiggins passes to Lopez. Blocked! Another shot. Pass to Sexton. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Toughness there shown by Colin Sexton. No stranger to having to outmuscle the defense from time to time.
And he makes it. Curry's got 8.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Sharp. On the wing, Sexton. He's covered by Curry.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
It's Sharp on the wing. The 3 ball. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. The Warriors leading. Podziemski. Soft touch off the glass. Podziemski's got his first bucket in this one.
I just love the ball.
Wiggins looking around. Blocked. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Anunoby passes to Curry. Outside Anunoby. He shoots it. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. And now it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
He can't get it to go. Oh, nice D from Curry. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. There's 48 seconds left in the second. Anunoby against Wiggins. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Again, the Heat misses.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Curry finds Love. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Now here's Sexton. Oh, nice D from Curry.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first, and they kept it close, trailing by, at the most, 4 points. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
And the game plan they went with was very clear. It was centered around scoring inside. Pound that ball inside, pound it in the paint, try to get the high percentage shot. And because of this assertive attitude, they've got the edge where it counts on the score.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
I know it's not the case, but it seemed like they were lacking on the offensive game plan. Maybe some guys were improvising when they should have been making the next pass. But, hey.
And that should...
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Wow, Colin Sexton displaying all his skills today.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Setting the floor for the Heat. Colin Sexton up there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Brook Lopez. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. And Caro no good.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. Have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Well, we always hear about Heat culture. How would you define it, Brent?
Well, I think what they do is just find guys who are hungry. And then they do a great job of starving you during the year. And what I mean by that is just making it competitive. You're going to earn everything you get if you're a member of the Miami Heat, and that includes playing.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's the three. Another three for Golden State.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Sexton against Curry. On the wing, Irving. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Lou Dort picks one up.
Love the aggressive play right there from Kyrie when he gets into the paint. Determined to score, but for sure get contact.
At the line for two.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
It's got to be something else to be a teammate of Irving's. What a generational talent.
And the Heat making a change here. Watford's checked in. Good on the second one. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Dort outside. Pass to Curry. Over Sexton. Curry, no good. Miami's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Down low. Here's Porter. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Just too confident to be stopped. Porter Jr. overcomes that challenge.
It's Dort on the wing. Inside. Here's Bancaro. Up and over Porter. Bancaro no good.
Perfect timing to rise up and challenge the shot inside.
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. They led by as many as 18. Pass to Holmgren. Sexton against Curry. Here's Banchero. Plenty of space. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
It's good.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Timeout. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Checked in for the Warriors. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. Second, the Heat.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Curry finds Holmgren. Curry looking it over. They get it back. Capella. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
First personal foul. Well, Capella's not backing down from that. He shoots right into the coverage to create that foul.
Clint Capella.
And he makes a first. Under the new collective bargaining agreement, the All-NBA teams will now be positionless. What do you think about that, Brent?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, you're awarding the players that had the best seasons, and if it happens to be guard heavy or big heavy or wing heavy, so be it. The 15 best players are going to get the acknowledgement that all the hard work and all the consistency and what they put into the season, that's going to pay off.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Outside Irving. Koulibaly. Great positioning on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Curry against Sexton. Curry passes to Dort. Here's Exum. And the Warriors miss again. The Heat have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Pass to Irving. To the paint. Here's Watford. Hey, rejected by Capella.
Well, Capella's reach is so intimidating for anybody on the inside. That's why you can anchor your defense with him.
Curry passes to Exum. We always see
Go back. Yeah, go back.
There it is.
That's
Megan.
it. That's it.
I did 3, brought me in, but it's not good.
It must be so nice for Jordan to kick out the open teammates in that green.
I'll switch to your spot.
Coming right up, the Warriors taking on the Heat. For Golden State, a loss in their opening game. So tonight, they're laser focused on securing their first win. Heat, Warriors, just moments. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. So here's Miami's starting group. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Porter. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Irving in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Warriors, we've got Lou Dort. Banchero is out there with Holmgren. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Curry in at the point. Well, certainly some names on the floor, Greg, that we've seen in the NBA for many years. That in consideration, what kind of game can we expect with the Grizzly group on the floor?
And Kevin, these types of games tend to be kind of methodical. Vets aren't afraid to give the ball up for a better look, and we should see a clean game here tonight.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Curry wide open. Offline with his 3. Here's Miami now. It's a 3-point game. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen. Boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
Steve, when you analyze Colin Sexton's game, what do you think his strengths are?
Well, Kevin, certainly it's his scoring, but he's also dependable at helping run the offense too. He's what you call an effective combo guard.
Good on both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Sexton against Curry. Now, here's Banchero. He just could not put it together in that loss to Denver. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Passes it to Towns. He kicks it to Irving. Shot clock at 6. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Curry against Sexton. Here's Capella. Rebound by Brook Lopez. Here's Sexton. Last time out he had 14 points. Drives to the hoop. Baseline try. And Capella sends it back. Outside, Dort. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by.
And and they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Irving. He can't get it to go.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And a deep three from Curry. And the Warriors miss again. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Towns. Now Irving. And there's the pass to Lopez. Shoots over Holmgren. And it's off the back rim. No good.
It's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Pass to Curry. Lopez with the block.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Passes it to Banchero. Yep, that one goes in there.
Unselfish play by Stephen Curry. Boy, he's moving it around.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Nuggets in Ball Arena. And the first time out of the game called for the Heat. Well, Smitty, this summer, Udonis Haslem retiring after 20 years in the NBA. And all with the Miami Heat.
Kevin, he is Mr. Miami, born and raised. And his impact on the city and the organization goes well beyond the court. He is Heat culture.
We have a chance. Let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. Second, the Warriors.
This is a team full of snipers. They consistently knock down outside shots that forces defenses to play up on them, which allows the rest of the floor to open up.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Sexton the pass to Irving. Lets it go with a 3. Miami no good on that time either.
And you can tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
And it could have been a foul call on the shot as well. Capella maintains the focus, though, and finishes.
Sexton against Curry. The shot by Sexton, no good.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And Banchero outside. Lob pass to Capella. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
And some changes here for the Heat. Trendon Watford's checked in for Lopez. Javonte Green comes in for Porter. And it's Sharp in for Sexton. And that one's good, Irving.
The contact is not enough to prevent Kyrie Irving from hitting the shot. That's pure determination.
Green against Anunoby.
And with the move to positionless basketball, we players with the size and strength of OG Anunoby tremendously in demand.
You need a guy who can hang with all the superstar wings defensively. And OG has a better shot than most. Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And even with preseason, Smitty, there's always some rust that needs to be shaken off in these early season games.
Yeah, Kevin, some guys are playing themselves into shape. Others are simply finding their rhythm. You got to be patient and figure out what works and what doesn't.
Exum, he's checked in for the Warriors. Both free throws good from Anunoby. And last season, the Warriors' so-called two-timeline approach seemed to fall flat, didn't you think, GA?
And whether it was chemistry or younger players still growing into their roles, the Warriors are now clear. There's only one timeline, and that's Steph Curry's.
Pass to Sharp. Now Wiggins. Now here's Sharp. Just 4 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. Basket counts.
Nice pass. You love how Sharp anticipates situations.
The pass to Fernando. Love outside. And Anunoby slams it in.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Year in and year out, Smitty, the Heat bring energy and commitment to the defensive end.
Kevin, the Miami Heat has a strong culture, and they've done a good job bringing in players that match their identity. It's led to a great deal of success.
First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Warriors leading. Now Exum. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Anunoby. Six to shoot. The shot. Green with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
There's the lob to the hoop. And he lays in the alley-oop.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
Here's Koulibaly. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Pass to Fernando. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the win. Fernando's got his second basket of the game.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
The shot's good.
Flexing some muscle on the finish. Sharp doesn't fear anyone inside.
Exum deciding where to go with it. And here's Love for 3. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. Miami trailing. Outside, Green. Pass to Wiggins. That one goes in.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Here's the pass to Love. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And here's Sharp. Oh my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he cuts this one out.
Coaches always talk about closing quarters strong. Can't do it much better than that.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Miami ahead, up by 4. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
On the court for the Heat, Michael Porter's up there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Sexton. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Lopez, and at the 5 down low. Here's Irving. Got it from 16 feet. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat.
So many things Kyrie gives you, including the ability to score, no matter who he's up against.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And the Warriors making a change here. Capella's checked in. Curry against Sexton. And Banchero, here we go. Back to Holmgren. Capella inside. Lopez covering. Lopez with the block. Up top, Porter. Defended by Holmgren. And on the way from Irving for 3. Rebounded by Capella.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Defensive foul.
Right here he is, the first overall pick of the 2022 draft, Paolo Banchero.
And the top pick because he's a 6'10" playmaker. Banchero has a tremendous feel for the game, great vision, passionate, and endless potential offensively. One shot.
That free throw, good from Banchero. And we've heard defensive-minded players, Greg, say, man, everything is a foul nowadays. You can't even touch the guy. You can't defend. Do they have a point?
It's getting tough, isn't it? I mean, you can't use your hands. You have to be set. It's almost like they want defenders to be traffic cones.
Warriors trailed by 4. Dort passes to Banchero. Outside, Dort. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Holmgren can't hit.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, there's a lot of pressure that comes with being the #1 overall pick in the draft, but Paolo Banchero said, I'm just letting the game come to me. Not trying to press or reach a certain statistical milestone, just making the right plays, taking the right shots, competing, and bringing it every day on defense. Kevin, he thinks that approach is paying off.
David, it sure is. Thank you for the report. And the Heat call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Towns kicks to Lopez. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Towns. Warriors with the rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds in the game. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Sexton. The Warriors pull it in. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And last season, they had a really tough going with this team. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Sexton with it. And guarded by Cabela. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
What strength from Sexton, a competitive guard who understands how to score through physical defense.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Heat.
Well, in my opinion, the way the three has been falling for them here early on, you have to think they'll keep firing away.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
A scoring guard, Colin Sexton's good for about 20 points per game. Huge for this offense.
Sexton against Curry. Banchero, right side. He takes it in. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one.
And look at Banchero, though, taking off before the defense has a chance to load towards the ball.
Outside, Towns. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Holmgren. And the basket is good. Now just a 1-point Heat lead.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Outside, Porter. To the inside. Holmgren with the steal. He feeds it to Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Fires from 14. Count the basket. Sexton's got 7. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Curry against Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Dort. It's good. Dort's got his 2nd basket.
Very good inside. Dort's got great upper body strength.
Timeout called the Heat.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
The nation, let me hear you.
Fernando has checked in for Golden State. OG Anunoby comes in for Paolo Banchero. Holmgren with the steal. Anunoby with it. He has 6. Here's Dort. No good on the 3.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the defense.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Anunoby passes to Curry. .144 left to play here in the second quarter. Holmgren kicks to Curry. 4 on the clock. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound.
And that 7-foot frame of Holmgren makes him so difficult to guard.
Second team foul.
Greg, we were just talking about Chet Holmgren, and he's a lot tougher, I think, than his frame might indicate.
Physically and mentally, he does not back down. In fact, he's often the one who initiates contact. You think you're going to bully him?
Take a break.
He's going to try to bully you.
First free throw is good.
And Holmgren possesses sky-high potential. His length and versatility making him such an intriguing prospect.
And Miami making a change here. Green's checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line. He invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Watford passes to Sharp. There's 1:17 left in the first half of the game. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Holmgren's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Some nice passing by Golden State. Kicks it to Exum. Over Wiggins. Here's Holmgren. Another shot. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Green, the pass to Sharp. Here's Koulibaly. Shoots over Anunoby. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one goes on Anunoby. The Heat shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And that one misses. Kevin Love's checked in for Holmgren. And he sinks the second. 24 seconds left here in the second. Now here's Exum. He has yet to score. There's 10 seconds left in the first half. Clock at 6. Passes to Anunoby. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Banchero getting it done for the Golden State Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Steve. Some great engagement defensively. What's happening that's good at that end of the floor?
I think they're just playing hard, rotating, playing for each other, and I think they've done a better job of avoiding fouls and just playing through.
Steve, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. It took them a little while to get going, but you love what they did in the second quarter, ending with a 2-point lead. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what you think?
Their passing is what kept the offense rolling. The communication has been tremendous. Guys are working as a unit and not as individuals. They've got to repeat that kind of ball movement in the second half.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, it's been a big night for the guys off the bench so far. The scoring has given them a real spark. I think we can expect a few more minutes for the reserves than usual tonight.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Paolo Banchero, guys, has been exceptional.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Clint Capella is out there with Chet Holmgren. Then there's Banchero. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's George in at the 2 guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Irving. It's good. This game is all even. Irving's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Heat. Curry against Sexton. Curry kicks to Holmgren. And he gets the bucket. And it's 6 points for Chet Holmgren.
Guys, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks.
Banchero passes to Curry. They get it again. And it's Capella missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Banchero, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 7th assist here tonight. Irving dishes to Lopez. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Here's Curry with the 3. Here's Capella. No good. Nice D from Porter. And it's Porter with the ball for the Heat. The kick out to Irving. Feeds it to Lopez. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Porter with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. On the wing, Irving. He kicks it to Sexton. For the tie. And he hits the jump shot. Sexton's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
One of the toughest shots for a guard with all the bigs in there. But Collins showing confidence.
Oh, Curry so good from three-point range.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
And the Heat call time here. Well, you have to like what we're seeing so far from Paolo Banchero.
This guy is killing you, and so far I haven't seen a good adjustment defensively.
Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. The Heat in second.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
The Heat trailed by 3. Irving finds Sexton. Outside, Towns. Off target from outside. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And it's George off the drive. And he gets it to go. George got 7 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Sexton. And the rejection by Holmgren. George against Irving. Outside for Curry. Over Sexton. Second chance effort. And Holmgren lays it in. Holmgren's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Outside, Sexton. Pass to Towns. Over Holmgren. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 5 points. That time the bucket coming from Karl Anthony Towns. Down low. Here's Ben Carroll. Can't get it to fall.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And how about the long strides? Just tough for the D to stay with Banchero on the attack.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Warriors.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far, being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
He's off on the first.
And the biggest reason Banchero went first overall, Paolo brings your playmaking ability at 6'10". He's got a very rare skill set for that size.
And the Heat making a change here. Trendon Watford's checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Towns. Wiggins is checked in for Michael Porter. And Shaedon Sharpe subbed in for Irving. Good on the second free throw. The Heat trail by 6. Now Wiggins. Ball stolen. The feed to Exum. And he drops it in from the low post.
You have to enjoy watching Exum play through contact. This guy really works hard on both ends of the floor.
Sexton with it. He's picked up by Anunoby.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Holmgren. Offensive rebound. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Heat. Trailing here by 8. He gets that one.
Quality pass by Sexton, taking full advantage of that opening.
The Warriors have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. The pass to Anunoby. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul. Second team.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
At the line for the Dubs, OG Anunoby. 2 shots.
That's good from Anunoby.
Though he's still polishing the skill set, Anunoby has the size and versatility that every team wants out of his wings.
Kevin Love's checked in for Chet Holmgren. He makes 1 of 2 that time. The Heat trail by 7. Here's Wiggins. Pass to Green. Shot from the top of the key. Love grabs the board. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Ben Carroll. Moves back up. And the layup is good. Ben Carroll's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
Oh, nice work on the offensive glass. Banchero being rewarded for his efforts.
Banchero grabs the board. Banchero's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Paolo Banchero.
Good season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 20 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the numbers, nothing spectacular in his rookie season, but he's still got a lot of room for growth.
Let's forget last year. That was about development. This year, it's about contributing.
Love the pass to Exum. Got a piece of it. 5 on the clock, and stolen by Wiggins. .102 left in the third quarter. And that's collected by Love. Warriors leading by 9. Passes it to Banchero. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Sharp. Shot from 16. Love grabs the board. The Warriors have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Bucket is good. Banchero's got 19 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Koulibaly. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Anunoby passes to Banchero. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Heat, they've got Sexton. Brook Lopez is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Porter, and it's Irving in a shooting guard. Outside Irving. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
On time, on target. Kyrie orchestrating things beautifully.
Curry dishes to Capella. Here's Fernando, defended by Towns. From 12 feet out, and the rejection by Towns. Irving for 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. And the officials will call the illegal serving on the game.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for the Warriors. Sexton the pass to Lopez. Now Towns. Good ball movement here by Miami. On its way from Irving for 2. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
He is a fearless player. When he gets it going, it's hard to stop someone with the confidence of Kyrie.
Here's Curry, and it's sent back by Lopez. Outside, Sexton. Now the pass to Towns. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And one on Holmgren. They break even by modern big man standards. Karl Anthony Towns can really shoot the 3.
Yeah, and the only center to win a 3-point shooting contest. Towns has developed a terrific stroke, and he just shoots the ball as well as most of the guards in our league.
Take a break. 3 seconds.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And one of the game's elite shooters, and Towns' sweet stroke definitely extends to the free throw line.
And Towns drops them both. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors.
Timeout.
13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Got a moment. Let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys. I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. Now, he said, come on. Can anybody make a three? We have to be better from deep. And implored his team to find the shooters, get them open with movement and picks. We'll see if it works, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Inside, Holmgren. He gets it in there. And the Warriors lead by 9.
I'm encouraged watching Holmgren finish through contact because it's something he's going to have to do consistently.
Sexton, the pass to Porter. Up again, and it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Here's Curry. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And the rejection by Holmgren. The open look here for Sexton. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Assistant.
And that's 11 points for Colin Sexton. Warriors leading by 5. Curry looking around. Here's Holmgren. Towns with the defensive effort. Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Sexton kicks to Irving. Shoots over Dort. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Curry against Sexton. Pass to Anunoby. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Oh, how do you stop that from Curry? That was something else.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Lopez finds Sexton. In the corner, Irving with it. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half, nothing in the second. So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Irving attacking. Lots of room. Again, Irving missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Curry on the wing. Defended by Sexton. Dort misses. The Heat trail by 10. Outside, Sexton. Outside, Irving. Pass it to Towns. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. It's Curry outside. And it's Miami with the rebound. Porter's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, you know, they're in the league, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
When it all comes together, Colin Sexton is one of the best combo guards out there.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows them to kind of just reset.
Let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paolo Banchero.
And the decision-making tonight has just been outstanding. If the shot hasn't been there for him, he's just kept the ball moving. And that patience is how he's gotten his field goal percentage to almost 60 here tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Curry passes to Banchero. Dort with the ball. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Curry. It's tipped.
You know, having a point guard who can block shots is a luxury. Sexton with terrific timing and reach on that one.
Six on the shot clock. Here's Banchero. Connects on the foul line jumper. Banchero's got 21 in the game.
Oh, nice touch from the mid-range. Banchero, it's great watching his confidence continue to grow.
Timeout called the Heat. Here is Irving. Outside, Sexton. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
I love that Colin Sexton is confident in taking that shot. Beautiful.
Curry against Sexton. Curry kicks to Dort. Shot clock at 5. And it's sent back by Lopez. Sexton against Curry. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Cabela's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Back to Curry. And the official signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. From long range. And Curry pulls it down.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Goes up on the block, and that's good off the glass that time. And the Warriors lead by 9.
And that's just some good old-fashioned bully ball from Banchero. It's just a physical force. And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
His rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Porter dishes to Towns.
A nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled.
At the line for the Heat, Karl Anthony Towns, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. And Towns drops them both. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Exum's shot is off. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Heat. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
Saving a little something for when it really counts. Kyrie dropping daggers down the stretch.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're leading by 4. There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Nation, make some noise for your Warriors Junior.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul.
Drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
It takes fundamentals to knock down free throws, and Steph is one of the best at it. There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Timeout called the Heat. They trailed by 6. 11 seconds left in the fourth. Here's what you take.
They need a quick basket here.
Not only do they need a bucket, they need a 3 just to give them any chance at all.
And it's the Heat with the ball. It's good from beyond the arc.
Insanely quick on that release. Kyrie, beautiful.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game. 9 seconds left in the game. To the left wing. Towns for 3.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Can alter or block just about every shot in his vicinity.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Yep.
Good shot.
I like
Can't
that.
miss. They can't miss.
She's on fire.
Stay left, Danny. Oh.
Okay.
Hit me.
There it is. Oh, that's a dunk. That's a dunk. 2014.
Nice.
Let's go, Megan.
MVP.
Right.
MVP. Oh.
Good defense.
Oh, go, get that. That's the game. That's the game.
Defensive steal. On a steal.
And those will be our starters. Some intriguing matchups on the floor tonight. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports on this very special day. Let me be the first to wish everyone out there a happy Veterans Day. Along with, here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Harden in at the two-guard spot. And for the Rockets, Isaac Okoro is out there with Obi Toppin. Then it's Derek White. Then there's Ja Morant. And it's Williams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Guards taking center stage tonight, RJ. This league has morphed from interior base to perimeter dominated.
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot more games headlined by backcourt players. Also, coaches using lots of three-guard type lineups, so it's a lot of small ball. It makes for a quicker, higher scoring style of game.
Here's Morant. Another shot. Drummond against Williams. Here's Okoro. Clock at 6. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul of the game.
Oh, they've got their eyes on him, calling the foul right away.
Goes up again.
Oh, for 3, not the start they're looking for.
On offense, here is San Antonio. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
Yeah, they beat this team in the season series last year. But what's that really saying?
6 on the shot clock. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Now one on Ball.
Second team foul.
You know, when Derek White came into the league, he ran the point. Richard, things have changed since then.
Yeah, BA, since transitioning into more of a scoring role as a guard, White has not disappointed, taking more shots and seeing those scoring averages go up.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. You know, Grant, looking back to the Spurs' tough last season, free throw shooting was something they pointed to.
You know, BA, it's something they have to correct. They didn't get to the line enough, and their percentage wasn't good when they did. And, of course, that's a bad combination.
White hits them both.
Now, he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
On offense, here is San Antonio. Outside Harden. And he's going for the oop here. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. And there's Okoro. That one's good. And the assist by White.
Well, when you're careless with the ball, that's what happens. It ends up going the other direction.
And there's no defense for that. Live ball turnovers, they are the worst.
Drummond against White. 6 to shoot. Ball outside. Offline with a 3. The Rockets have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Morant. Right through the D for the layup.
This man was under-recruited in college. Can you believe that? And Morant, he still plays like he's trying to prove something.
And here's Ball. In the game against Cleveland, very impressive. Pass to Finney-Smith. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
and they can breathe a little easier on their fourth shot. They finally hit the target.
Now Toppin. Outside White. Over to the left wing. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Let me just say this, you're going to want to put some extra tape on your ankles if you've got to guard Ja Morant, because his handle is on a string.
Durant, pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Durant. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And a slam dunk by Toppin.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Pass to Harden. And there are the Spurs with another bucket.
Great shooting reflexes from Harden, able to put his shot up right off that pass.
And here's Toppin. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. The three is up. They grab their own miss. Here's Durant. Tries yet again. It's deflected. And they get it back.
First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for San Antonio. Dorian Finney-Smith. 2 shots.
Down the first one. Grant, during your 18-year career, you only went to a new team 3 times. Not a lot of movement there for you, my friend. What was switching teams like?
Well, B.A., at this point of the season, it's too early. I mean, you're still trying to get comfortable, trying to learn a new system, your new environment, and really just find your place within the organization.
And he can't hit the second. You know, Dorian Finney-Smith defends bigger than he actually is, Richard.
Yeah, B.A. Finney-Smith is about 6'7" or so, but it feels like he's taller than that. Oftentimes you see him playing the 4 in a lot of lineups, but it gives you flexibility with his reach.
And Richard, Ja Morant, one of those guys that seems to always be working hard on his game. So much fun to watch.
Yeah, he looks to improve every single year and still believes he can get even better than he is now. You gotta love that type of mindset.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Morant. Grant, your first year in the league, 1995, the Houston Rockets were NBA champs.
Oh, B.A., I mean, Hakeem the Dream made facing that team a nightmare. He was everywhere defensively, long and quick on his feet. That 95 Houston team was incredible.
Kleba, he's checked in for San Antonio. Westbrook comes in for Ball. You know, Grant, last season for the Spurs, their worst winning percentage since 1997.
And for a franchise that's done so much winning, B.A., kind of strange to see. I mean, 4 straight years missing the playoffs, but before that, 22 straight playoff appearances and 5 titles.
Hard to stop Durant when he's set up like this. He's so well positioned to score.
Here's Morant. Oh, Simmons with the block. Outside Harden. Outside Simmons. Pass to Westbrook. Some solid defense from Markkanen.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
We've seen Durant really improve as a defender, using his impressive length to block shots.
Westbrook with the miss. And it's Morant with the ball for Houston. 3-point lead. Markkanen outside. The floater, and there's White. That's good on the assist by Markkanen.
A high IQ player. Markkanen continues to develop his playmaking skills.
Harden, the pass to Westbrook. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kleba. They get it again. All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. The Rockets, number 1. 5th on the list, San Antonio.
Both of these teams took the second chance opportunities they got last year.
At the line for 2.
Free throw good, Simmons.
You know, Richard, it's not every day that you get to see a point guard with the size that Ben Simmons possesses.
Yeah, he is an anomaly, and that's also why he was the number 1 pick. In history, you can probably count on one hand the amount of guys that can do things that he can do at his size.
Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Dunn comes in for Ja Morant, so he gets them both. And Richard, this summer, the Rockets hitting fast forward on their rebuild, signing some key veterans.
Headlined by all-star point guard Fred VanVleet, he was a coveted free agent. Listen, with their upcoming draft pick not under their control, I think the front office figured may as well go after wins now.
Oh, Westbrook with a block.
Big block by Westbrook. You know that's got to fire him up.
Here's Harden. The rebound by Markkanen.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
The shot by Dunn, no good.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Here's Miller. Uneasy, 2 on the layup.
Determined to get through and finish. Miller already with flair in his first year.
Harden against White. Pass to Dunn. And the shot goes down. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And that's exactly how you attack length. I love how he doesn't lack assertiveness.
Really putting the bigger defender on his heels. I love seeing aggressive finishes like that.
Williams misses.
Well, okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but, like, the defense was waiting on him that time.
White, good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Back to Harden. And then Harden with the jam.
Assisted by
not much of a threat to score, but Simmons dishing it, he can do it with the best of them.
Pass to Smith. Back to White. And here's Markkanen. Williams defending. Markkanen misses. Now here's Harden. And he's going for the lob. And it's Simmons with the jam.
Watch out below. The flying Australian, Ben Simmons, clear for takeoff.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Rockets on top. They're up by 1. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge, too.
San Antonio trailing here. Jock Landale is out there with Toppin. Then there's Ja Morant. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Okoro in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. All no good.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Here's Okoro. Caruso outside. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Toppin. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Kleba. Spurs shooting 37% from the floor at this point. A step back shot, and he connects with a jumper. And the Spurs lead by 1.
Yeah, terrific work from the mid-range. Ball has an impressive feel when to take these shots.
And it's Morant missing. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Nice shot by Finney Smith.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Morant looking around.
Bottomless hustle in Morant's game. A little contact, oh, he'll outwork that.
Ball finds Kleba. Pass to Harden from outside the arc. Drains the triple. Harden's got 7.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Morant, the pass to Okoro. Back to Morant. Uncovered. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Morant's got 4 points in the quarter.
That play is Morant's ball handling talents pretty much in a nutshell. Fast, smooth, and very effective.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Well, Grant is the managing director of the U.S. men's national team. You've gotten to see the wealth of international talent firsthand.
It's so true, B.A. I mean, I've got so much respect for the international game. You know, over 25% of the players in the NBA right now are international players, and they produce superstar talents like Doncic, Giannis, Embiid, and Jokic. The U.S. has more competition now than ever.
Williams is checked in for the Rockets.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
Pass to Toppin. No good there. Good D by Finney Smith. The Spurs have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, James Harden is not worried about his legacy. He said, quote, "I'm going to be remembered in basketball. I'm one of the people who changed the game. Honestly, the only thing I'm missing is a championship." But Brian, he is not stressing. He said, "The moment I stop having fun, I'll be done."
Yeah, marching to the beat of his own drum, Allie. Thank you. And he can't get the first one. And you don't see many 6'7" point guards. But that's not all that stands out with LaMelo Ball, Grant.
Yeah, not just a creator. He's a creative with the artistic inspiration to make plays that most of us couldn't envision, much less accomplish.
He hits the second from the line.
You gotta respect the enthusiasm LaMelo Ball brings to his game. He thrives out here under the bright lights with all eyes on him.
Pass to Toppin. Here's Okoro. Toppin right side. And here's Morant. Shoots over Ball. Morant, no good.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
Here's Durant. Harden against Caruso. Outside Finney Smith. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Finney Smith's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Terrific recognition for Harden. He has a sixth sense when it comes to getting guys open.
Here's Toppin. And another miss by Houston.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
Morant against Ball. Now here's Drummond. Defense is right there. Over to Caruso. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Rockets trail. Outside Morant. Shoots over Ball. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
third personal
Richard, if
foul.
you look at the culture in San Antonio, it's one of great integrity.
Yeah, from the ownership to the front office to the coaches to the players. I had the pleasure of playing there for 2.5 years, BA. I don't know if they would say the same, but this franchise is 100% class.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
You know Ja Morant, such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups.
Westbrook, he's checked in for James Harden. And he ends up missing both free throws. And I heard Giannis Antetokounmpo say he would have loved to go to your alma mater, Grant, because of all the tall and skilled players that have come out of Duke.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure he mentioned me on that list, but certainly nice to hear that from Giannis.
Pass to Durant. And out of bounds. Houston will have it. And with this break, it's a chance to see the best passers in the league from last season. James Harden, #1. And, of course, Ja Morant.
And you got to give credit to how both of these guys see the floor. They're all about moving the rock and trying to set their guys up. This is why their teammates love playing with them.
Dunn, the pass to Morant. Back to Dunn to halt the run. Good, and the setup by Morant. Dunn's got 5.
What a pass to Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Outside, Finney-Smith. Durant for 3. Yes, sir! The smooth stroke of Kevin Durant.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Morant against the ball. Oh, rejected by Drummond.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Durant against Markkanen. Out left to the wing. Now here's Morant. Tightly guarded. Pass to Williams.
2 minutes remaining.
Markkanen against Durant. The 7-footer Markkanen using that length.
Some real toughness from Markkanen. Powers through the contact, then has the focus and touch to finish.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. White's checked in. Robert Williams checked in for San Antonio. Miller comes in for Durant. Westbrook, the pass to Drummond. Now here's Ball. Offensive rebound. Williams. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass, getting it done.
And I love how they're working much harder on the glass this quarter and drumming up more second chance opportunities.
Smith outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the San Antonio Spurs. On Saturday, they'll go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Klay Thompson and the Boston Celtics. There's 1:17 left in the first half. 4 on the clock. Markkanen from long range.
Overall, struggling to get buckets from three-point land this half. And one of the reasons they're down right now is because they've fallen in love with the jump shot.
Ball no good.
Yeah, and they've taken their foot off the gas a little. They were much more aggressive to start the game and really getting their opponent in early foul trouble.
White, the pass to Markkanen. Down low, Markkanen.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall. He's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
Oh, it's time, Lord. Look out.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a 10-point pass. Williams passes to White. Here's Smith. Dunn outside. Shoots over Westbrook. The shot by Dunn, no good. Now here's Westbrook. Defended by Dunn. And the shot is good by Westbrook. And it's an 11-point Spurs lead.
Westbrook is too much to handle in close there. He's got so many different moves he can go to.
Dunn's shot is good.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
And so the San Antonio Spurs finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Greg Popovich, and Coach, you look at the offensive.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. They found a nice groove in the second quarter, running out to an 8-point lead. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
They were getting after it on the glass, like wow, they got nice hands basketball, which is crazy this year. They won the heart and hustle battle in that first half. Now we'll see if they can keep that going.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
They haven't been able to get anything going on the offense. The lack of production doesn't just fall on the shoulders of the players. The game plan that the coaches have, it's whack. It doesn't work.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Nice game. What a performance by James Harden.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. And Harden's got the ball here for San Antonio. They've led by as many as 11. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting the second half with. LaMelo Ball is out there with James Harden. Then it's Andre Drummond. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Now Harden, back to Ball. Right side, Finney Smith. Misses the 3. The Rockets trail. Morant, the pass to White. Back to Morant. With contact, Ja Morant.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Releases. The offensive rebound.
Rough start.